name's Ashim Kumar. I'm the director at Western Fertility. I'm the physician, reproductive endocrinologist, and fertility specialist. So we started this clinic about 4 years ago, and the whole purpose was to create a better environment for everybody to have a baby. One that is not going to be the busiest. We're not going to do thousands of cycles a year, but we are going to kind of hold everybody's hand through this and have a positive experience while you guys have babies. So what we did was we sat down and we thought about all of what we want in a wonderful fertility experience, and we tried to create a program around it. So what we have are in-house donors, we have in-house surrogates, we have about a dozen employers that we work with routinely. We have basically everything you guys are going to need from the beginning to the end. And we try to structure it in a way so that it's financially doable and it's safe. So your money's not being held by a service agency that might go under and we've lost millions of dollars so they find some money. So all of your funds are held in an escrow account that's with a fertility lawyer. And so she gets billed and disperses the funds, you get a monthly notice. So everything, every step of the way, we try to organize it so it's very easy, smooth, and without any hiccups. There's no passing back and forth between donor agency or service agency or doctor's office. This is not our responsibility. Everything becomes our responsibility. So from the first visit, we would get your sperm, urine, and blood. The sperm is frozen. The urine and blood are sent for the FDA infectious disease testing, and then the blood is also sent for genetic carriers, things like cystic fibrosis, spinal muscular, about 300 different diseases. Because we want to be able to match with a donor that doesn't have the same issues. Because if both the donor and you have the same issues, there's a 1 in 4 chance of the baby being affected with the disease. So one of the primary things we need to do is to check all the people providing the gametes to make sure that if everything's going to work out well. So then the sperm is frozen away. And then we do have our in-house surrogates. So this is our website. So it's called LA Egg Donor, so it's going to be revamped soon, but this is the current website. So we have a lot of potential options, and again, if it's not over here, we can find it for you. There are many agencies that we work with. Beverly Hills Egg Donors, Global Egg Donors, there's a whole slew of them. We have actually egg donors from all over the world. We fly them in from London, South Africa. We just flew one in from Brazil. Basically, we find what you're looking for. If it's not with us, then we go through different agencies and find the right option for it. So when the donor comes in, we'll take her eggs, fertilize them with your sperm. If we already have the frozen eggs and you want to use those, then we'll save considerable amount of money. We thaw the eggs, fertilize them, and then with day 5 or 6 of embryo development, we do the PGT. So I know that in a lot of clinics they tell you there's a 10% chance of forming the embryo. In our hands, it's less than 1% because we do it all day, every day. All of our patients use PGT testing. We don't offer IVF without it. And the reason is we want the highest chance of success possible. And we can't get it without PGT testing. Like, there's technology out there looking for a purpose to exist. One such example is the EmbryoScope. Sounds really fancy, it's very expensive, but the best pregnancy rate you're going to get with that is 60%, 65%. With PGT testing, with donor eggs, surrogacy, you're looking at 80, 85%. So why would you go back in time and not do PGT testing? So I can show you an example here. I'm sorry. This is from some time ago, but you can see that this is from 2 different gentlemen, but all the embryos were absolutely perfect. 4 AA grade, 4 is the expanded blastocyst, that's the inner cell mass is A grade, the outer cell mass is A grade. You can see 3 of these are not appropriate to use. This would not result in a live birth, this would result in a live birth and a girl or Turner syndrome. This we don't know because we don't know what the deletion of the long arm of chromosome X would lead to. Some sort of Turner syndrome, some maybe mosaic. But again, we don't want to use it. use these 3 embryos, and without testing, how do you tell the difference? You can't. So it's really important to be able to do the testing. So we biopsy the embryo, and we freeze the embryo. And then we send you email with your test results. You know how many normal boys and girls are there. And then the surrogate's prepared. So beforehand, we get to know you a little bit more. You know, a lot of contact, a little bit of contact, you want to have twins, singleton, whatever your criteria is, then we try to match with the appropriate surrogate. So surrogates we don't have online. At any different time, we have 10 or 15 different surrogates, but they get matched so rapidly that by the time you put them on, they're already matched. So those we will provide to you, like 2 or 3 at a time, for the ones that meet your criteria. And then once you find the right person, you can talk to them, meet them in person, meet their family members, etc. If you can't, you're not in town, you want to do it over Skype, that's possible. And then we do the legal contract. That takes about 2 to 4 weeks, depending on, you know, if it's the holiday time, if the lawyers are busy, they're free, how quickly you want to do it. We've done it in as little as 2 hours. So it's the variability in the time. And then basically, embryo transfer process is really easy. We guys get to decide if you can put in 1 or 2 boys or girls. I will, if you want to put in twins, I'll go over the risks of a twin gestation, the chance of preterm delivery. I'll make sure they get informed of those risks, and I'll ask that you talk to the high-risk pregnancy specialist to understand so that you're making an informed decision. But if that's what you choose, then that's what you choose. Probably do about 5 to 6 embryo transfers on Friday, so we have surrogates from all over fly in on Thursday. They do the transfer on Friday, we fly back home on Saturday. So it's something that we do routinely. We do a lot of local surrogates as well. We stand up for us and then we'll continue to monitor the pregnancy for them. So the first trimester, I'll be responsible, no matter where they are. We'll review their ultrasound and decide on the treatment plan. And then after that, every Friday, the service coordinators will talk with the surrogate, give you an update. Every appointment, there'll be videos that we get. So the first heartbeat will record it, we'll email it to you. The baby's moving, you'll be able to have a recording of that. See it. And all the way to the very end, when you deliver, Trudy or Sarah will be there. They'll help you. They'll give you a list of stuff you need to buy, diapers to bottles to what else. And then they'll help you get the birth certificate, make sure that everything's tucked in. The hospital knows that you guys are going to get a room there, and you can stay. Exactly, you know, everything will be kind of taken care of for you. So that continuity from beginning to end is there. And there's no kind of being questioned like who do I call, who do I contact, how to get more information. So we've tried to give you a lot of information from the beginning as to what we see where it's needed, but also if something does come up, we want to be there, we want to be give you one person call no matter what you need to be able to answer. In terms of the financial aspects, so there are 2 packages that we offer. One is the a la carte pricing. So essentially you pay for what you use, and that could be where if you want to fertilize with just one partner or both partners, use donor eggs, use the whole cycle. Some get donors are vastly more expensive than others, and it's whatever you guys want. The other option is the guaranteed live birth. So that's our soft about $150,000 for a single team. And what we do is we take on all the risks. So if the cycle doesn't work, we'll get more eggs, we'll fertilize them again, we'll do all the PG testing for free. The surrogate has a miscarriage, we'll get you a new surrogate, and embryo transfer, everything. So all the risks that falls on. So that one price you know that you're going to go home. And that's, I think recently people have really like that because you hear these horror stories, and not everybody's in a kind of horror story. And I can tell you the way we calculated their prices, that we took a sample couple in your situation, looked at the odds of success, and did it how many times would each couple need to go through this to be able to have a live birth. We added it all up and divided by 10. So some people can do it like a shared risk program, but it's really good to receive quite favorable because it dramatically increases your financial. Whereas you also can deal with it. This is some of the team here with us. We have JC and Joseph and Preston in the back.
Hi, guys.
They're going to be speaking on the panel. So.
Yeah, this is Preston. So,
This is what you get with Western Fertility.
Yeah. So we had Preston he's going to be 2 in 2 weeks. And we're going to be doing our sibling journey in January with Western Fertility. He is a PGS tested baby. As you can see, he has 2 arms. And just for attending today, we're going to be raffling them out. So when you guys and babysit for us.
All right, let's see.
And we also have Trudy and Sarah.
Hi.
So they help recruit surrogates, and they also kind of help you choose the right surrogate for you. And get to know you a little bit, what you want, and Sarah's job also is to keep Trudy in line, so she needs to.
Somebody has to keep her in line. Yeah. Dr. Kumar.
Then we also have Corinna. She's our professor in-house. She's anthropology PhD, and she's doing research in surrogacy. So we find that it's really important to give back to the community. A lot of what is out there research-wise in terms of surrogacy is kind of the Asian model, which women were sequestered away from the family members and essentially locked up. So we wanted to kind of get a picture out there. So she's published some papers in the last couple of years. She's been with us and really idea what surrogacy can be. So now open it up for questions. Anybody have any questions concerning this? Maybe I can give you more information.
We're ready to have a baby. Let's go.
I guess from England perspective, do you pay everything up front, or is it over time?
It's over time. So the California surrogacy laws are pretty straightforward, and there is going to need to be a certain amount of money in the escrow account, and it starts off with the base amount, whatever the base fee is for the surrogate, and then you just pay to keep that account up, to keep it current. But it's the contract that we have that clearly shows you when you make each payment. So when we go through the IVF cycle and make the embryo, so then you have to pay the fees for the IVF cycle and the donor and the medications, those sort of things. When you sign the legal of the surrogate, then we have to get that. And then over the course of the pregnancy, there's more costs. Yes, sir.
How many, 2 questions. One is, how many people do you have on staff total?
I have about 32 employees.
Okay. This was founded in 2016, is that right?
2015.
Okay.
2016. No, 2016.
Yeah.
March 14th. Yes.
Right. And one of the things we've noticed, of course, is that you're not only the only people offering everything. I mean, you also have this extraordinary success rate. What were you doing before that?
I was a partner at Fertility and Surgical Associates. So if you see on the list, they are down there. All those patients are my patients. So I was a partner there, and what happened was that it was a really acrimonious place to work. Everybody walked in with a great deal of anxiety, palms were sweaty, and it was just universal from the manager to the nurses to everybody else, and it was a horrible situation. So it came to a point where when I left, I took 15 employees with me. All the embryologists came with me, so all the key personnel, the manager came with me. So it was a point where we didn't want to live in that environment anymore. And so that was really important to me. And every new employee I hire, I go over Google's Project Aristotle, which talks a little, they did spend millions and millions of dollars on trying to figure out what makes groups work. And so one of the key factors is psychological safety. So we talk about it with everybody and really walk the walk and talk the talk. So people have been fired over not being nice, and it's just that simple.
We followed you there too, because we started off and we followed Dr. Kumar's question.
Cool.
How long have you been doing this personally, not here, but just forever?
2015 I finished, 2005 I finished my fellowship at UCLA in Cedars. Then I joined the other practice. I was there for 10, 12 years.
Thanks.
Once you have a viable embryo or a few viable embryos, how long can they be stored for before you have to stop the surrogacy?
Many, many years.
Okay.
So there's really not been a timeline on this where you're going to have an expiration date. It's just whatever one you want to wait. So financially, it can be advantageous to take some time, make the embryos, whatever it saves you more. money and go through surrogacy. The only thing I will tell you about the waiting is that unfortunately surrogacy is becoming more and more expensive. The IVF prices haven't changed, but surrogate compensation has gone up. When Trudy was a surrogate, it was what, 20,000 days?
20,000 base fee.
Yeah. What was it when you last did it, Sarah?
30 to 25. Yeah.
And now, like 3 months ago, we were offering 35 days. Beginning of this quarter, so October, we started offering 40 days. We're on the lower end. So many, oh, thank you. So many places or many agencies are offering 45, 50 days. Which, so that's the troubling part is that in surrogacy we just keep offering more and more money, but somebody has to pay. Any other questions?
You mentioned, I didn't really catch it, you said there was a flat, like all-inclusive fee that you offered for
Guaranteed live birth, yes, sir.
live birth. So is that inclusive of all the expenses, the surrogacy, the
Legal, the medication, the IVF, the eggs, everything. You know, it's I think if you go to certain agencies, that will be like the baseline fee. And it is possible to spend a lot of money and not really get a whole lot of extra. Because essentially, you go to all the agencies, there's a lot of more hidden that you're paying for, right? There's a lot of expenses that really shouldn't be there because this is hugely expensive. It's going to be your life savings to put into this. You need to make sure you can find something.
If you go to the guaranteed live birth package, are you mentioned with the egg donors you can choose from?
You're not, but if you choose a premium donor, so right now, when we started in Hong Kong, he wanted a very, very attractive donor, so we found a supermodel from Brazil, and she happens to just be finishing up law school. So her base fee was $35,000, and then her travel expenses, we had to pay for her and her mother to come up and stay in LA for 2 weeks, and then the agency fee on top of it. So that's $50,000. I can't do that.